Hello, my name's Elizabeth Lowenger, and I'm the Manager of Student Affairs at the Ontario Veterinary College at the University of Guelph. I'm so happy that you're considering a career in veterinary medicine, and I'd like to talk to you today about what veterinarians do. So, a veterinarian is a medical practitioner that has been trained for 4 years to treat animals and to keep them healthier and to ensure of appropriate welfare, all those wonderful things. So, if you want to become a veterinarian, the road to becoming one is you need to obviously do the academic stream in high school and then go to university or college and do an associate's degree or a bachelor's degree for at least 2 years full time. And then in your third year, you can apply to the veterinary medicine degree program if you have all the prerequisites that are required. So you can find those on the website. Some of the courses that you'll need to do are things like biology, cell biology, statistics, but the list is on our website, so make sure that you check that out. And then you would apply in the fall semester of your third year if you were ready. And then once you got in, you would study veterinary medicine for 4 years. Another thing you need to do in order to apply to the veterinary medicine program is to gain some good experience. So that means to volunteer or work and job shadow with veterinarians in a setting where they work, because the only way you'll really know if veterinary medicine is the career for you is for you to really try it. And you can even start in high school as co-op. Just job shadow, see what veterinary medicine is all about. Try volunteering with different animals, try volunteering in different clinical settings, or you can even volunteer with veterinarians that work in the government sector. There's a large population of veterinarians that work in the Canadian Food Inspection Agency or ALMAFRA, which is the Ontario Ministry of Agriculture, Food and Rural Affairs. All this to make sure that all the animals and their products which we consume in our food chain are healthy and safe and, being raised in an environment that is healthy for them. You can also job shadow with a veterinarian that works in industry. Lots of veterinarians work in the pharmaceutical industries, either developing new vaccinations or drugs to keep animals healthier longer. Things like to treat parasites and things like worms. Or they also work in the nutrition industry, so different companies that make diets for animals with health conditions or just different diets that will keep animals optimally healthy and provide them with the best nutrition. And veterinarians also work as the marketing team to explain how those diets or those drugs will help animals to their fellow veterinarians. So there's quite a few vets that do that kind of work. You can also job shadow a veterinarian that is doing research at a university. So our college at the University of Guelph has a lot of veterinarians that are faculty and teach both in the undergrad and the veterinary program here. And they also do some really amazing research with all kinds of species. And they often hire students in the summer to do research projects. So that's a great way to see if perhaps veterinary research is something that you like to try. So definitely try all kinds of things. Try working with all kinds of animals to see if you really like it, and also to give you a bit of hands-on experience with animal handling, because you're going to do that once you're here at the vet program anyway. So the veterinary profession is licensed. You do have to write licensing exams, and you would do that in your fourth year here, which is also the year that you do all your clinical training, so your rotations, and you get to choose which area you want to focus in. You can focus in food animals, horses, small animal, or what we call rural community practice, which is a mix of small and large. If you want to end up working in a small town where people have pets as well as hobby farms or small farms, large farms, things like that. So there's really a lot to do, a lot of opportunities for veterinarians, and there are lots of jobs for veterinarians. So pretty much if you want to work right after you're done your vet degree here at the University of Guelph, you can. However, if you want to go on and do more training, you can do a year-long internship after the program or a residency program after that, and end up becoming a board certified specialist in something like wildlife medicine. If that's something that you want to do, you can do that as well. Okay, so now I'd like to introduce Emma. Emma is an Indigenous student here at the Ontario Veterinary College. She is just starting her 4th year in the program, so very exciting, going into her clinical year where she'll be doing rotations both at our school and outside of the school. She has lots to say about her experience in the program and her path that led her to us. So enjoy, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to email me. My email is admdvm@uoguelph, guelph.ca. So that's the best email to send any inquiries about how to get into vet school. Enjoy.
Hi, my name is Emma Stacy, and I'm a 4th and final year student at Ontario Veterinary College. I'm super excited to be talking to you today about my journey into veterinary medicine and about Ontario Veterinary College in general. So my journey started when I was super young. As far back as I can remember, my family always had pets. We always had cats. When I was born, my family already had 3 cats, and it just sort of went from there. When I got into high school, I found that I really liked science, and I had always loved animals, and so veterinary medicine just kind of seemed like a logical next step. I did my undergraduate degree at McGill University in Montreal in animal health and disease, and then I came to vet school, which is where I am now. Along the way, I did volunteer work in a variety of different environments, including small animal clinics and a research lab, as well as a wildlife rehabilitation center where I worked with a variety of different species. And all of those experiences were really interesting and sort of showed me the breadth of veterinary medicine. We sometimes think of veterinarians as treating cats and dogs or treating farm animals, but there's more to veterinary medicine than just that. There's roles in public health and education and research and so much more, which is one of the great things about Ontario Veterinary College. You get exposed to all those different avenues that you can take in your career, which is super exciting. And the nice thing with veterinary medicine is you might start in one area, but if you switch into another one, that's entirely possible too. There's so many paths that you can take that you might not even know exist when you start out, which is always exciting. It's always changing, and there's just so much to learn and see. One of the nice things about Ontario Veterinary College is that they attract students from all over the world to study veterinary medicine. So we have students from all kinds of places bringing in new perspectives all the time, which is super exciting and interesting. And they really offer a well-rounded and comprehensive education that prepares you to go out into the world as a veterinarian. And they adhere to this One Health philosophy, which is sort of studying the interconnectedness of animal health, human health, and environmental health, and how we can work together across all of those disciplines to combat complex issues. And I think that's super important. It's a really important role for a veterinarian to take an interest in One Health and public health, because we can be advocates for animals, but we can be advocates for people too. And so I hope you're excited about veterinary medicine, and if you have other questions, you can always reach out to the admissions department at Ontario Veterinary College.